Can't go Virgil with no. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Malia. As you can see by the title, we got some real good stuff to talk about today. We need to sit down, we need to have a conversation about it. So get your water, get your tea, get your wine, whatever you need. We need to have a conversation. Let's talk. I just want to share some tips that I've learned along the way to help out my people, because you know I got y'all. So when dating, I feel like it's important to understand what your intentions are and to make those clear, because as far as I know, nobody wants to be in situationships, nobody wants to be in entanglements, nobody wants to be unsure about what's really going on. So I feel like if you're looking to date again, if you're looking to get back on the market, what you need to do is have that one-on-one conversation with your partner, your potential partner, whatever the case may be, and figure out what's really going on. Because if we're dating with intention, first of all, let's go back. If you're deciding that you are ready to get back out there and you're ready to start dating, you need to first get acquainted with yourself. Because if you're not acquainted with yourself, you're not gonna be able to share yourself with anyone. People are gonna treat you how you treat yourself. So people are only gonna do what you allow them to do. If you carry yourself with respect and properly and in a classy manner, people are gonna treat you with respect and properly in a classy manner. You're gonna command that respect. But if you just talk down to yourself, talk negatively to yourself, don't believe in yourself, bruh, I don't know what you were expecting. People are gonna do the same thing. When dating, it's really important to make sure you first love yourself and are fully comfortable with yourself, because until you do that, no one's gonna treat you the way you feel you deserve to be treated. And you can't be mad at someone for not treating you the way you deserve to be treated if you're not treating yourself the way you deserve to be treated. If you don't love yourself, why should I? Ask yourself that. If there's any question in a relationship, or if you feel like your partner is treating you a way you feel like is beneath you, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, if you don't love yourself, why should I? I know that went over some of y'all heads. Bring it back, rewind it if you need to. If you're dating just to have a boyfriend or to post on the gram, to not be lonely anymore, to have someone to pass the time by, those probably aren't the best reasons to be dating. If you're dating for any reason that is more of a cover-up, that's something internal that you need to work on by yourself, because dating someone isn't gonna hide that. That's basically just running away from the problem. Because when the relationship doesn't work out because it wasn't grounded on the right things, well, you're gonna reflect and wonder why this didn't work out, and it's probably because you didn't go in with the right intention. So if you're gonna be getting back out the field and dating, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Make sure you're not doing it to fill a void, because that void can't be filled by anybody but yourself. I hate that stereotype that you have to be together to be happy. Like, you should be making yourself happy, and a man or a woman should just be adding to that happiness, not subtracting it, and they shouldn't be your whole happiness. If that's your whole happiness, you need to whoa, bring it back, regroup, because that's not how it should be going down. Know what you want. Do not settle just because someone's giving you attention, someone's talking to you nice, someone is giving you the time of day. That's not how this works. Just because someone says you're cute does not mean you need to go out with them or treat them like hubby. You have to find value in yourself. And this goes back to my initial point. You have to love yourself before you up and decide you want to be in a relationship. Because you can choose someone who you're not really into, but just because they tell you you're cute, they tell you you're pretty, or they text back quick, you're gonna initiate a relationship with them when that's not the real reason. If you know that you need a good communicator, you need someone who's willing to compromise, if you know your base principles that you need in a relationship, do not settle just for anybody who comes looking your way. Oftentimes that ends up causing these toxic relationships, and you wonder why it didn't work out, because you knew from jump that this wasn't the one. You ignored all the signs, even though you knew in your heart and you knew in your gut and you knew in your head that this was not the one. But you were hooked on, oh, I'm not alone anymore, I got a babe, we can go out, we can go on dates, we can have fun. Like, relationships are serious, they're real work. So don't just give your time and give yourself to anybody, especially if they're undeserving of you. Because when they're undeserving of you, they're gonna mishandle the package that you are, because they were never meant to have you. You allowed yourself to be delivered to the wrong address. This wasn't the mailman's fault. You brought yourself here because you settled. We don't settle. Thus settles we don't. Do not settle for someone that is beneath you.
I said what I said. You don't like it, you don't like it.
The standard principles that you know you're not willing to compromise on. If the person you are trying to date does not have those, that's not the person you need to be dating. Because it shouldn't be that hard to find someone who is willing to give you the basic necessities that you ask for. The basic necessities, you shouldn't have to beg and plead for that. Don't dive in too fast. And what I mean by that is, don't just drop everything for this person. This person should be adding to your life, not taking over your life. And the only way that can happen is if you give them the power to. Again, you need to be grounded in yourself before you just up and decide that you want to date again. It should be equal. Everything should be an equal balance. I always say I match energy, so you tell me how we're gonna act today. Simple. Simple. That's a thumbnail right there. Okay, but it should be 50-50. I'm not gonna sit here and give you 80% and you only put in 20. Like, that's not gonna work. And you shouldn't be allowing that to happen. You shouldn't be overstepping in your role, basically. You can easily tell when a person's not that invested into you, or when a person just isn't, when they're just not that into you. So make sure that you're matching. And if you feel like they're not, then that's a conversation. And if they obviously portray that they're not trying to match your efforts, then that's probably not a predicament that you want to be in. Regardless, you were you by yourself before they came in the picture. You will be you whether they stay or after. So you always have to have yourself first, because no one's gonna have your back like you're gonna have your back. If you think they're gonna check for you like how you gonna check for you, that's not the case. So make sure you holding yourself down and you're secure in yourself, and you're not just giving it all to them, especially if y'all are just dating. Like, if there's no commitment, like, no. That leads into my next point. Do not do wifey stuff for an F-boy or for someone who is not gonna match your efforts. I mean, that's kind of like the same point, but we just gonna make it into another point. So don't over invest yourself into someone who is not doing the same for you, basically. Yeah, that's the same point. So we just gonna say that's one. Make sure that the efforts on both sides are paralleled to one another. Can't go Virgil with no. That has to be like one of the best tweets I've seen out of this entire year. Can't go Virgil. If y'all don't know what that means, I'm gonna need you to crawl out from under that rock. Or just comment and I might explain it. So, yeah. Don't go out there being desperate. You were living your best life being single, handling you, doing what you needed to do. Things don't happen overnight. It takes time. And if you're really serious about it, be patient. Continue working on you and the right one will find you. Don't be thirsty. Don't put the cup down. Don't be thirsty. Don't be all, where my hug at? You never want to be the where my hug at type of dude, type of girl. Like, don't be pushing up on people. That is uncomfortable. Nobody likes that. If you get rejected, accept your rejection. It's not cute. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Love will find you when the time is right. Now, I'm not saying stay locked in your house and don't try anything. Obviously, you want to go out, try to meet new people, try to acquire new friendships. But when you actively pursue it, I feel like it doesn't happen genuinely. So I would recommend just doing you, connect where you can, feel things out, and see what happens. The next one might not be the last one, the next one might not be the best one, but I'm sure it'll teach you something that you might have not learned before, hopefully, fingers crossed. So just go with the flow. Take it one step at a time, take it one day at a time. When you find the right one, you'll know. It'll be evident, but until then, just move accordingly. Simple. Don't be too choosy. Do not be too choosy, because if you're out here looking for the perfect partner, I'm gonna break it to you right now. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm gonna just break it to you right now. I want you to come in. Come in. The perfect partner does not exist.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Sorry to break it to you, but they don't. Some of y'all are being way too picky that you are ignoring every good opportunity you have to a fulfilling relationship because you're being too choosy. That's not gonna happen. I'm not saying settle, but it's more so about compromising. You have to be able to compromise with someone you see longevity with. Ensure that they have the core values that you need, and what they don't, compromise. If you feel like it's something y'all can compromise on, compromise where you can. Don't compromise your values or your beliefs, but compromise the little things in order to make the relationship work. Nobody's gonna agree with you 100% all the time or absolutely love everything you have to say all the time, but it's really important to compromise where you can, because if not, if you're just like rejecting every person that comes to you, you're never gonna find that fulfilling relationship that you're desiring. So don't be too picky, rip up your list and compromise and communicate. And my last and final tip is do not do too many people. Like, don't be out here talking to 10 different people. I don't know how you expect to be acquainted with 10 different people. That's just way too many options. Narrow it down to a good 3, 4, 5 if you're feeling funky, but I wouldn't go higher than that. That's just like a bachelor or a bachelorette at that point. I don't know how you expect to familiarize yourself with 10 different people at one time. That's suspect. It's highly unlikely that you're gonna really be able to connect with someone if you're talking to so many different people at one time. Then you're gonna be getting them mixed up and confused and call Kyle Jimmy and Jimmy Kyle, and it's a messy situation that you definitely want to avoid, so don't do that. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I plan to do a lot more sit down talk videos with you like this, so definitely comment down below, let me know how you like this one, and if you have any other topic ideas you want to discuss, we can chat. And that is all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know what you're doing if you haven't already, but that is all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next upload.
Hey, would you be my Romeo, Romeo? Just be right.